Hey everybody, it's Grady at Twin Creek Audio, and I'm back here with the Allen Heath System 8 Mark II, looking at the inside of it. I made a second part to the inside of this console, made another video once I discovered how really simple it is to understand how the inside of one of these is set up. Everything is fairly clearly laid out. The way that the console is constructed is pretty neat and clean. So really you're just looking at these bus bars. That's the most complex thing. Everything else you can really figure out. You know, there's not so many layers of anything in here where it's hard to find. So it does make these in one way a little bit of a good project. The bus bars are time consuming, but that also does make it easy to understand what's going on in here. For example, I'll show you these purple wires right there, here, these purple wires. Those are your buses, the 8 buses, and they connect over here to these bus bars. So that's your 8 buses. The 2 above that, the 2 plain silver wires above the purple ones over here in the subgroup section, that's the left-right mix bus. Then down at the bottom, your bottom 3 bus bars here, that's the power supply, and then the 3 right above that are the 3 auxiliary sends. So that's relatively simple to see what's going on. So these top 2 bus bars here are the pre-fader listen mix and pre-fader listen DC. And here are the descriptions of all the bus bars in the System 8 from the manual, System 8 Mark II. If you have one of these and you need that, feel free to take a screenshot, although you can probably get this in other places online. Let's see if I can zoom out enough where you can see the whole thing. I was lucky enough to get a couple of a manual and an extra manual with more schematics when I got this console. Also, this bus bar here at the very bottom that only runs across the channels, it does not run over here in the master section. It does run to the master section, but not to the subgroups. And that is actually the 48 volt bus bar. The rest of this is relatively simple. If you look at the last video I did, I showed you kind of how these black cables here come down to go to the bus output jacks and inserts from each of the subgroup strips up here. Your master modules are done the same way. It's everything in here is relatively simple to trace what it's connected to. Of other interesting things, on the left master PCB there's a glass resistor, and looking at the schematics for the System 8, that appears to be part of the tone generator R66. And here on the right master channel PCB there is a relay, so that's pretty easy to see there. If we go down here and look at the diagram, there we have RL1. Moving over here to the schematic, we can see that that is part of the PFL AFL circuit. I'd also have to say the schematics for this little console are really simple to understand, especially for someone who knows more about this than I do. These are spaced out well enough you can really kind of see what's going on. I was lucky to actually get all of these when I got this little console. I don't know that I'm going to do a full restoration job on mine here because it is in really pretty good working condition as is, and what's the old saying, if it ain't broke don't fix it, right? So I just want to clean it up, but it's interesting to see how it's laid out, so I thought I'd shoot some video of this little console. I think this is going to be a good candidate to clean up, and who knows, maybe one day I will recap this thing. Just seems like that'd be really time consuming and it's in such good shape and so clean inside. And I'm not a seriously experienced electronics technician, so I would hate to hack on this too much. So I'm going to stick to rejuvenating some of the pots and just cleaning, some general maintenance, and put it back together. But I think these are a pretty good candidate for restoration or repair. It's not super complicated to figure out what everything is in one of these. I'm not really an electronics expert or even an experienced repair technician, and I don't normally make videos like this about the inner workings of electronic devices. However, when I was searching, I could not find very much information or any video whatsoever about an Allen Heath System 8 console, so I figured I could do a simple video even for someone that's relatively inexperienced with electronics. After referring to the wonderful schematics that came with this console, I don't think it would be that difficult for someone with intermediate experience to do any kind of work they wanted to on one of these. Well, I hope you enjoyed getting to see a little more of the inside of an Allen Heath System 8 Mark II. And like I've said before in the first video, please leave a comment if you have any suggestions or other information for me about these. So thanks for watching. I hope you have an excellent day, night, evening, hour, minute, second, nanosecond. Take care of yourself and have a good one. Don't forget to like and subscribe.